Hey there, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a viewer requested video for you guys. It's been a while actually. I've wanted to refilm this video where I talk about fragrances I wear to bed, like my top 10, because I wear like 1,000,001 to bed. But there are those that really just come to mind and that I find myself reaching for the most, and some of you have asked for an updated video of those, and yeah, so this is what I'm going to get to right now. I have a top 10 and I have a special mention at the end, because I mentioned before that I also do wear, or I try to wear, fragrances that I'm trying to finish up. Even if they're not like my favorite, then I'll tend to wear them to bed. Because I'm just trying to use them up and I don't want to wear them during the day, or I'm less likely to wear them during the day. So I have a special mention for that as well. But without further ado, let's get started. Let's get into the video. If you haven't subscribed already, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, and all that information and more is always in the description box below. So we will start with, I actually thought it would be fun to start with one of the things I've been loving to wear to bed that isn't perfume, that's actually pajamas or lingerie, and that is from the brand SilkSilky, and this is what it comes like when it's packaged and sent to you. It's like in this envelope, and they reached out and asked if they could send something over, and I took a look at their website. It's 100% silk. And they had so many fun colors. They have a whole bunch of variety, so you can find something that you want and the best thing that suits what you guys want. So there's like tops and shorts, there's longer dresses, there's shorter dresses, there's baby doll tops, there's everything. And they come in a variety of colors, and I chose this one right here that I've been loving. It is so soft. You really have to be careful if you have like any snags on your nails or anything, because it's silk. You have to be careful, and it's like hyperallergenic, because sometimes if things are, especially at bed, like at bedtime and like to sleep, if things are too like fibrous or something, I've heard people, I never feel that way, but I've heard people get like allergies or irritated. This is totally safe and I really love it. I've been loving this shade of green, and I feel it really suits olive skin tone. So if you have like an olive skin tone like I do, then maybe you'll like it. But like I said, there's so many that you can choose from, and I've been really loving that. It's so soft. I love wearing that, and then like a really fuzzy robe while I'm reading, and then I'll take off the robe when I'm going to bed. But I will insert a photo of me and a photo of the model as well, so you can see what it looks like. You guys can check them out if you want to. I will leave the coupon code, it's just my name, Mojan, for 15% off in the description box below if you want to check them out. It's a nice way to save something. The coupon code is not an affiliate code. I won't make money off of it. It's simply just for you guys. If you are interested in the products, then please do check them out. And without further ado, let's get into what I wear as fragrance when I'm wearing my Silky Sick and going to bed. So we will start with one that I've mentioned on this channel before. This fragrance I am obsessed with, and it was such a immediate like confusion to love when I picked it up right at the beginning of my channel. But this is CK2. I have never found a fragrance like this before. I just think it's such an enigma of a scent. I've been really missing it in my life, but I've been organizing my fragrances by house as part of this very long process to try to have a prettier organization, so that when I film a fragrance collection video for you guys, which I know you guys have told me a million times, I'm working on it, but I wanted it to look a little bit better. And through that, my Calvin Kleins ended up moving like closer in the organization. So I just came across this again and I was like, I love this. So I've really been wearing it a whole lot to bed. It does smell a little like rain. It smells like rain on pavement, and it's so unique and it's so non-perfumey that I really, really like it. It actually, surprisingly, for being such a nondescript, like non-perfumey scent, I always figured that it wouldn't have any lasting power, but it is not the case. It actually does stick around a good amount, but because it's so soft as well, like it's long lasting, but it's soft, I drown myself in it, and I feel like you can never spray too much. So I love that. That's my number one. Number two, and these aren't in any order, like I like, these 10 are just my most reached for currently, but they're not in any order. My number two is by Derek Lam, 10 Crosby. I've definitely talked about this before, Silent Street. This was a really like just last minute gem that I found in a perfume store that was closing down. I don't even know when, but more than a year ago, maybe 2 years ago. And I found this on such a good deal, and it's so light, like unfortunately light, honestly. So I wear it to bed, and at first I was like, oh my god, I love it. It's so musky, it's so clean, it's totally up my alley, but I wish it lasted longer, and I wish it was just like a stronger scent, because scent wise, I think it's really, really beautiful. And if you like musky, clean scents, then what a nice one. But the lasting power just really isn't there. And what I would say for fragrances where the lasting power isn't there and you don't want to sell them and you still like them, wear them to bed, because you don't need a beast mode fragrance all through the night. I mean, sometimes I will wear Amouage Sunshine through the night just because I'm in the mood for it, but you don't need it, right? So that's been a really good one, and that's how I've really enjoyed wearing it. Also, other just light fragrances, I've mentioned this before, Berdu 1902 in the scent Naturel. I love this scent. There is something about this that is so addictive to me. I've put in a good dent. I know you can't really see it, but I swear I have. And it's 125 ml, these bottles, and they're less than $20. So you really get a good bang for your buck. They're really, really nice French perfume, like eau de cologne, and I actually think this one in particular is so worth the money. So I've been wearing Naturel to bed a whole lot, and I honestly recommend it to anyone who's looking to try out a new European eau de cologne that they haven't tried before. I love that one. Speaking of European eau de colognes, I obviously had to talk about 4711. I was just mulling over my 4711 collection and I couldn't pick them all. I genuinely couldn't, but I wear them to bed all the time. Like, that is the collection or the house that I wear to bed the most. But I didn't want to bore you guys, because if you just want to see all my 4711 fragrances, then you can watch the collection video of all my 4711 fragrances. The one I do tend to wear more at night than during the day though, and I was contemplating between a couple, but the one that really came to mind was Pure Breeze of Himalaya. This was in that collection where there was like 4 or so fragrances based on places. So there was the Zanzibar one and a Himalayas one and Scandinavia. I really, really like this one. It's got such a clean, such a cleanness to it that is so interesting. Like, I don't have any clean fragrances in my collection that smell like this. And that is saying a lot, because I love powdery fragrances. I love clean fragrances. I love fresh fragrances. And this just has such a unique take to it. And it's also unique even in the realm of 4711. I feel like this was a unique take. I love this powdery, almost cornflower blue. It's a little bit more muted. Like, I just love everything about it. And you can, maybe you can see that I've actually put a dent in this as well. And I've really, really enjoyed wearing that one to bed, especially if I've showered right before bed. Alongside this one, this has just been a new like rediscovery in my own collection, Justin Bieber's Collector's Edition. I've really loved wearing this one to bed. Again, especially after showers, I'm just gonna smell like everything. It's so good. Like, I would have never thought, if I didn't like the key, I would have never thought to pick this up. If you live in Canada, these have been in the $19.99 shelf for a while now. So definitely check your shoppers before you buy online. But yeah, it should be, you shouldn't be paying more than $19.99 for this for sure. But I really, really love it. I think I got mine off of Fragrance Buy, I got mine at Winners. I got mine at Winners for like $14. And I really liked it. I've been wearing this one even more than the Key lately, just because I've been keeping it next to my bed and I just wear it to bed, and I've actually really enjoyed that. So that is the collector's edition, and check out Shoppers if you can find it there. Then I also have been loving, pretty much since I picked it up, Fancy Love by Jessica Simpson. I never thought I would, because there was such hype around this and I was like, I can't possibly see why. But first of all, this is like sneakily a really good projector. It just, like, you wouldn't expect it to be, and even I don't, but when I wear it, I suddenly realized that I've been smelling like amazing sillage throughout the day. I actually want to, yeah, it's really sparkling. There's like a champagne quality to it, but it's clean as well. It's not too overwhelming, but it lasts a good amount. Yeah, I've really been impressed. I felt like this was talked about on YouTube as like a cheapie that was worth it, and I was like, I don't see the point. I'm really not gonna love it. But honestly, I have been really liking it ever since I picked it up, and I do sometimes crave it. So for a celebrity fragrance, I would say it's worth the hype. It's not anything spectacular, but I do wear it during the day and at night, and I do think that one is actually worth the hype. Then sometimes I feel like I'm more in the mood for something just in your face powdery. I love wearing powdery scents to bed, but this one is definitely like top 3 most powdery fragrances in my collection. And that's Narciso Poudre. This is very strong. It's both a very strong fragrance, it's a very strong musk, and it's a very strong powdery fragrance. You do wake up smelling like this, and you can very easily overspray this, even for me. So err on the side of caution. The one thing I will also say is if you get the original bottle, the sprayer on it, like the nozzle, is kind of awful. It's a very like direct spray. It's very like, just, I don't know if you saw that, but it's not my favorite. It's the only thing I've not liked about Narciso scents, and this one's the worst out of all of mine, where it literally is just like such a targeted spray, but you do not need a lot of this. Be careful. And if I'm in the mood to wake up smelling like my perfume, that is one of the bedtime scents I will go for, hands down. All right, now next, this is actually a scent that I was kind of like over right after I bought it. Like after I bought it, I was kind of like, oh, I don't know. But I've actually enjoyed wearing it to bed, thank goodness, because otherwise I was a bit disappointed. And that's Amazing Grace Ballet Rose. Not that it's a bad scent by any means, but I just have so many of these kinds of rosy scents that this one didn't impress me, and I felt like there were more fragrances from Philosophy I could have gotten. And so I was disappointed, but I've actually really enjoyed wearing this to bed. I find it's really feminine and soft, and I don't need something to be groundbreaking before bed. It's the perfect lasting power as well. It's not as light as Derek Lam's 10 Crosby, but it's not as beast mode as Narciso Poudre. It really sits somewhere in the middle, and I've given it like a second life by being able to enjoy wearing it to bed. So if you do find it on a deal, because I find that Ballet Rose, Amazing Grace Ballet Rose, is the kind of fragrance, or it's very often found recently at like Winners, Marshalls, TK Maxx type stores. Maybe it's getting discontinued, or maybe they just are getting huge shipments of it. So if you do happen to find it and you're looking for a rosy bedtime scent, that is a really nice one. Then a newer fragrance to my collection that you will have just seen, I've actually really liked wearing to bed, and that's the Golden Lullaby. It's very soft, very, very soft. The softest, I would say, or the second softest from all the Jo Malone Zara fragrance collaborations that she's ever done. I much prefer this to Le Petit Lullaby. That one, it's even too soft to wear to bed. Like, that one was just such a disappointment, but the Golden Lullaby I've actually enjoyed. I do feel like I already have a dent in it, which is crazy, and between the two, if you're looking to get one, I really recommend this. It's really soft. It's meant to be a skin scent, so I find that it's like perfect for bed. Then number 10, before we get to the special mention, is a fragrance I've mentioned on my channel before, and those of you who've lived in Spain like I have, or who have visited Spain, will agree that it's Giorgio Armani's She smells exactly like Spanish laundry detergent, because Spanish laundry detergent and Spanish cleaning products in general just smell good. Like, they smell perfumey. They don't smell like Tide or what have you. I don't know. It just smells great. Like, everything there smells amazing. And for example, like in Italy, like their soaps sometimes will have breakdowns on top, middle, and base notes on their soaps. I've seen that before, where it's like, I love when places put that much effort into scented products. But this one actually doesn't remind me of Italy. It reminds me of Spanish laundry detergent in the best way. It's also slightly cologne-y, which you wouldn't expect it to be because it's called She, but it has a unisexness to it that is very apparent in my view. So I don't think it's particularly feminine at all. If you did want to wear it as a man, or if you did want to, you know, gift it to someone, I think it's pretty unisex in my opinion. It's beautiful. I actually enjoy the bottle. It's a very 90s bottle. I've really, really enjoyed wearing it, and it's just like a really nice one to wear to bed when you've got like fresh sheets, everything clean, you're clean, hair's all clean, and that just smells like Spanish laundry detergent. It just takes me right back, and I love it. Then the special mention of a fragrance I'm trying to finish. I actually figured, I was thinking I shouldn't mention this because I know so many of you love it, and I don't know what it is, but there is something about it. There's only one thing about it that I don't like, and I can't figure out what that is. And that's Henne Mori. It's just the eau de toilette, the original eau de toilette. And don't get me wrong, I feel like if there are 10 components in this fragrance, I like 9 of them. But that 10th one, it doesn't make me hate it. It just changes it for me, and it makes it so that I can't fully appreciate this fragrance, nor do I ever want to repurchase it or anything. So I do give it a good shot. You can see every once in a while I'll bring it out and I will try to wear it and see, but I've definitely been more conscious about wearing this to bed so that I'm spraying a lot more. I'll spray my pillow and I'm just using it up because it was a cheapie. Like, it's no big deal whatsoever, and I know so many people love it. This I actually found at Rexall. If you're in Canada, then you know. It was just one of those inexpensive finds at Rexall, and it's all right. It also doesn't have the best memories, like scent memories attached to it, so I think that's also part of the reason I'm just like wanting to use it all up. So I've been wearing it a lot to bed, and it is nice. I mean, it's soft enough. It's not anything very heavy or dark so that it would be like distracting or suffocating to bed. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, let me know in the comments below which one of these fragrances you've tried or you'd like to try. I'd love to hear from you. Definitely do check out SilkSilky if you want to. I will have the coupon code in the description box below, and I will see you next time. Bye.